Alright, are we good now? Nobody's here. Okay. How's that going? Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah. It was just some like one of the like 12 settings where Streamlabs can ask you what your microphone is. Like one of those random ones was set to default device instead of my Samsung Q2U. All right, let me update the link on the Patreon. Okay. I think we're good. All right, then back to it. So we are just exploring this house that we walked into that was supposedly ours, but we get inside and it's not. And yeah, we don't really know what's going on with that yet. I do like that we are just opting not to change into a fresh uniform. And there's a puzzle. Let's look around one last time. There's a puzzle over here. Used to be a calendar there. Sword and the fox fought, battling upon a set of scales. The heavens themselves shuddered at the ferocity of their struggle. Day after day the sun rose behind the fox's back and set behind the sword's, yet their fight knew no end. The scales upon which they fought, however, were no more, having been destroyed long ago. Okay, I guess we'll go this way. More red capsules.
そこにいるの?
We've got the calendar. It's 1962. It's October 6th.
なんでここに? この日付何か大事な日だった気が。開かない。待ってろ。
We can put the calendar up and then we can grab that crest off of the door.
私のうちどうなってるの？
I think we got a comb. Yeah. She tried to get a grab off. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, okay. Oops, that's the wrong button. Ah. This hallway is not doing us any favors here with the camera. Fight that guy? That guy's hard. We've got an axe. I don't really want to waste it on him, though. Maybe I could just leave him. No, I can't. There's a door in there. We'll be back. We'll be back. That's what we'll do.
私の部屋。
Letter from a man. I do not believe there is any reason you should be tied down by your younger self. Likewise, there is no reason your future self should be constrained by the you that you are today. Thank you, by the way, for the beautiful pressed flower. It was the first gift I received from you, and I will surely cherish it until the end of time. Who are we sending flowers to? Let's see. Make sure the chat is visible here. God. YouTube doesn't want to cooperate today either. Hello? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Ah, people asking about Silent Hill. Yeah, this is a game came out October. It was based on, or it was written by the guy who wrote Umineko, which is really funny. And it's been great. It's a super good game. Oh, not another one. What if we simply didn't? God. Nope. There's just like nowhere to stand. All right.
Baka yaro! お前は何度言ったらわかるんだ。
すみません。すみませんね。
お前、味ちゃんと見てんのか。薄すぎんだよ。こんなの茶色い泥水じゃねえか。こんなこともまともにできないのか。女に味噌汁が作れなくて何の価値があるんだ。
やめてよ。いつもいつもいい加減にして。
うるせえ。親にその言い方は何だ。引っ込んでろ。
お母さんもお母さんだよ。ちゃんと言い返せばいいじゃない。お父さんもそんなに気に入らないなら自分で作ればいいでしょ。上手なんでしょ、お料理。
ひなこやめて。お父さんにそんな言い方しないで。お母さんが悪いんだよ。ひなこはいいから早く学校に行きな。
お母さん何も悪くないよ。悪いのは全部お父さんだよ。
ひなこ、お父さんにそんなこと言うもんじゃないよ。早く行きな、早く。
So this was 2 years ago on June 26th? Or May 26th?
お父さんも嫌いだったけど、お母さんも好きじゃなかったな。
Or rather, it was 2 years prior to the other calendar. I don't know what year this game takes place in. Was it 1964? Something like that. Hinako's diary. I hate my dad. I wish he would just die. I hate my mom, too. She deserves to die as well. If I could just turn into a monster, I'd take the two of them and crush them to death with my bare hands. I hate this house, too. I hate everything. Everyone. Teen girl posting. All right, there's an Emma. We can level up. And I think we just need more health. Um, our health is pretty good, but like I think I'm pretty comfortable with the level of stamina we have now, but all right. Maybe next time we'll do another another slot if we get another one. I could not. Harishad asks, "What's the lore just far apart from what I just read?" I don't think it's possible. We're like 17 hours into the game or something. I don't think I could explain it all. We're in a town and it's messed up and weird. And there's a foxman and a spirit world, and it's the 60s. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that thing in a hallway. That doesn't seem possible. It's like it just totally controls the whole area I can stand in. Right, gotta wait for the delay on that. If I can just ditch it. And what does Kudzu Tea do? That one is health and current sanity. Let's use it. Okay, so the door would be over there. That fully broke my axe. Okay, that's not good. Door is over here. Yeah. Okay, somebody has completely ruined these tatami mats by drawing on them in crayon. Looks like this opens here. Little Kokeshi dolls, or Kokechi? I don't remember. So we know about a fox and a sword on some scales. And let's see. No, okay, that one's really heavy. Oh, okay. When did you get in here? And I am out of tools, is that right? That is right, okay. I'm always alone, so I'm okay playing by myself. That means I have the right dish and the left dish all to myself. I like to play with Kokeshi dolls a lot. I'm extra careful to share them with left Hinako and right Hinako so that it's fair to both of them. Why is there left Hinako and right Hinako? Okay, we just gotta... the wolf arm, Cass, the wolf arm only exists in the spirit world. We also got our face ripped off and replaced with a fox mask, but apparently that's also only in the spirit world. What's over here? This one's stuck. Oh, god damn it. I don't think I've ever... Oh, wait, I did in the... yeah, I had to in that one scene. These guys are dangerous. Ah. Before we go back down there, let's look again at the calendar. Is there anything else? Can we get to the calendar? Is that in here? The house has like rearranged itself a little bit, so I guess the calendar's gone. Okay, I think if we just try to square up with this dude, we'll be alright. The timing on that is weird. Come on. chocolate. No! That's death. I don't know how we survived that, but here we are. Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. We're like out of weapons. Not happy about that. Come on. Come on. Okay, he like gets sick when it wears off. We can at least get a hit in. When the glow wears off, I mean. Alright. We got Vegetabs in chat, the maintainer of the Cataclysm the Last Generation Mind Over Matter mod, as well as I think it's like Bionics Expanded, and what's the other one? Are you still doing Arcana, or was somebody else doing Arcana? I guess your username is Vegetables, but you're just Vegetabs to me. What I see when I look at Discord. A picture of me. I can't remember when this was taken now.
なんか見たことある気がする。思い出せない。
That says... What does that say? Why am I forgetting that Kana? I want to know what it says in the funny cow thing, and I can't remember if it's, That's not yo, is it? It is yo. It says yogurt. Okay. Lots of... Are those New Year's presents? Because they're red? Or are they some kind of product? I was thinking of maybe doing a Cataclysm stream after I have fixed addiction. It's been like a huge lingering... No. So when I last did the stream, I encountered a number of bugs, and one of them was just like how kind of stupid addiction was, and that's not really a bug, it's just like a really old system that was never good to begin with and has like never been maintained. And I kind of have to redo it, and I think it would be good to go back and stream to show the progress the game has made since the first stream, by essentially running the same character and showing how like you can now play as Asgore and it's not, you know, it's not like immediately crippling. I didn't get anything in that room that we were just in, so let's go back in there. Oh, Hycon does Arcana. Hycon also does like a ton of the tile set art, which is great. Them and Draw's stuff have been doing a ton of amazing work. Okay, but there's just like nothing in here. What did we come back here for? Let's look at the journal. It's usually helpful. Okay, nothing super useful there. And also somebody asked if I have tried routine yet, and I haven't. What is that? Did you tell me about it last time and I've forgotten? Because it's been like a month because I had to do a bunch of Thanksgiving stuff. Also, sorry about my voice. I went to like a wrestling thing and I'm like completely hoarse from screaming. Hinako, I'm sorry to ask, but could you drop by Shu's house and buy that stomach medicine for me again? Also, please let his family know that I've been getting better thanks to them. Traditional medicine truly is better than those modern drugs, and herbal remedies are far gentler on the body. Tell them that I'll pay my bill at the end of the month. Mom. It was not it was human wrestling. There was a monkey. He didn't wrestle though, he was just some kind of a mascot. Oh, she has fox feet. That was very awkward. Grab. Have I ever thought about doing load hat run in a Silent Hill game? I don't know what that is. Yeah, so we're dying and our weapon is messed up. We've got kind of nothing to replace it. Oh, there's like hair. The bathtub is just full of hair. Kitchen knife. We cannot use. Oh no, we can. Okay. Hello. I like that. I see. I see what you've done here. But don't be weird in my chat. I'll kill you. Ah. A funny, like a random YouTube video always opens when I tab out to the channel, if you heard that music for a moment. Oh my God. Fucking Christ, do we need to do all of the stupid... da, 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 da. Sorry, I'm taking care of something real fast. There we go. I love moderation tools that cause you to have to do like verification through your phone and digging up random weird links while you're trying to stream. It's great. have another one of the blind guys. I can't really give you a quick synopsis of a 20-hour game while I'm playing it, before I've beaten it. We're 20 hours in, it's Japan, it's the 60s, we're all beat up, there's monsters. I would say buy it if you think this gameplay looks good. It is pretty, like, combat heavy. Okay, so this guy's... What are the blind guys? He just has like a different move set. We can enshrine the chocolate. And I think the higashi. I'll do the divine water too, because we have all this ramune. And we may as well use this bandage. Okay. Back in my room somehow. A fragrant letter. There are many creatures that discard their shells as they mature. I believe that the suffocating feeling you are experiencing is merely a sign that you are growing up, a hint that it is time to rid yourself of your shell. Don't you think it's a strange coincidence that your name means baby bird? I am sure all of this is simply pointing you to the fact that the time for you to spread your wings and fly is drawing near. Let's see. I can't read these kanji. I wonder if Google Translate can. That would be funny. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Unraveling History, Heian period, Unraveling History, Edo period. We've got, that one's unknown, but the orange ones are Practical Home Cooking. And then these three are Childcare Guidebook, volumes 1 through 4. The blue one looks like it's called Cosmic War. The one on so the green one on the left is, Google couldn't make that out. But the one to the left of that is To the Hill of Madness. I wonder what that's all about. And then I always find stuff like this really, really fun to look at in games. So this is a plant encyclopedia, this green one here. Kind of sad I didn't think to use Google Translate before for this. It's actually pretty good now, the camera version. So I think these ones on the right, these brown ones, numbered 1 through 7, I think they are like regional guidebooks or something. Uh, one of them says Ebisugaoka. They're pretty faded though. These are like school books, Atlas of World Cultures. Um, something everyday life. Yeah. Okay, nothing too crazy there. We can even zoom way in. What's in the box? I don't understand what we're looking for here. Ah,
私の日記
I don't like that. A semi-transparent block of wax placed in my diary for some reason. There seems to be something stuck
何か
inside.
入ってる
Okay. Just normal things. I think this one says, Kosume... Chi? Might be talking about cosmetics or something. I don't know. Can read these posters real fast too. Let's do it. So aim for the fastest. Junior high school track and field meet. This one is the 7th Ebisugaoka Elementary and Junior High School Sports Day. Athletics. Overtake yourself. Track and field national athletic meets. Ebisugaoka Track and Field Championships. Was she about to go national? It feels like Google Translate got a lot better at reading Japanese. It was terrible at it when I was last there. It was very difficult. Does Worm Girl imply that she's a worm enthusiast or a gaming worm? The the little icon of the character is like a girl with a worm coming out of her head. So I guess it's like brainworms. I'm not sure. I'll be right back. I need to grab a charger for something. I'm back. I think at least with this game, I will say, if you're looking at buying it, if you are, I know a lot of people have been kind of price conscious because it's games are like $70 now. This is a lot of game. We're a single run, and with Silent Hill, you always want to run it several times, right, to learn all the. Oh, I like this lighting. This is cool. Feels like it's becoming like the Dark Shrine. Like it's getting all smoky from incense or something. It's a lot of game, like with a Silent Hill game, they're usually only like 5 or 10 hours, and you do play through them a couple of times to get the endings and stuff, but they don't usually have a lot of skill expression in them. So I think I actually want to do that. Oh my god, go away. But this is a game with a pretty high skill ceiling, like the combat is... Okay, where can we go to get away from this dude? Looks like there's something in there. And maybe there will actually be something now. Excuse me. Can we just like fully ditch him if we... Because he's blind, right? She's not. Okay, this knife is pretty good. It's breaking, but it feels like it's really strong. Okay, let's go this way. We can check out Shu over here. I think he was burning to death earlier. But yeah, I think you get a lot more game for your money out of this this Silent Hill than any of the others. And it's good. It's a good game. And now it's green. Okay, so we've got these 3 that we can now travel through by going to the end of the hallway here. I see, I see. It's like Silent Hills. Or PT, rather. Just wanted to get just enough to get a another lot if we find an Emma. Okay, so we've been through here. There's still the junk room that we didn't find anything in, but maybe we're not going to. And then this will take us to 3 or 1? Okay, this is 3. Okay. A little divine water. Picks up the knife here. How could it be stuck? What's over there? I'd just be walking through the walls. I mean, it's paper, right? Like... Sorry, Mom and Dad, I gotta get over there. There's monsters. It won't be the case because they were different studios working on these games, but it would have been so funny if one of the alternate costumes for Hinako was just James. Just... I'm sure somebody's modded that in already. I'm looking for my wife, Mary. Have you seen her? Nihongo ga hanasemasu ka? No time for that, Hinako. Hey, we did get an Emma. Okay, let's go back and power up. Let's become powerful. So we'll increase our Omamori slots. We can now equip 3 of them. We can give a carcass and a divine water and 1 ramune and a yokon to get enough to get another Omamori. Let's do it. Oh, it's 600. Alright, well, that's fine. Didn't need any of that stuff anymore. Okay, so we have a 3rd slot. Deals additional damage when using weapons with high durability, effective only for weapons with durability. I think that's probably pretty good. I would love one that just caused durability to go down slower. Okay, so we just have to go into that room with the two guys there. I like Hinako. She's pretty cool. Someone says, how is she as a protagonist? She's pretty cool. I like that she, so like the first time she sees a monster, she's like, wow, that's scary. And then she picks up a pipe and just obliterates it. Like just, you know, like don't even care. Get this thing out of here. And she's got some dimensionality to her that I like. She's not just she reminds me, like, I think more of Heather than anybody. And Heather was great. Oh, I didn't realize that's how they worked. I never understood, like, what the like, what this red was for. Okay, and when they're in a pair, they're really dangerous because they're just gonna do this all the time. Like, it's always gonna be the tentacles. There is nowhere to stand. I'm just gonna do this. Joestar secret technique. 逃げるんだよー! Smokey!
ガスが切れてるみたいだけど、チューブはまだ使えそうだ。
Got an important tube. I'm gonna say there's too much of these in here. Budget tatami mats, 700 yen. Propane, 2,000 yen. Kokeshi dolls, 990,000 yen. Somebody who is good at the economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. Okay, that's good. I like that. Took me a minute to even realize what I was looking at. Page from Mom's Diary, April 7th, Showa 36. That is 1961. I still have trouble believing it. How could things turn out this way? I should leave right away. I should go. Toolkit. That's a little goodies if we look around. There's one more door to check. Okay. Sheesh. I like the subtle covering of the mirror here. I think it's the case that in Japan you cover mirrors when people die. I believe it's also done in China. I know it's a thing in like Jewish tradition. It's both like a thing to remind you not to be vain during that time, because like it's not about you, but also like I think especially in China it's about like the not letting like evil spirits in. Okay, like what have I've got to... Okay, we gotta go to the kitchen, I guess. Because we got a tube. And maybe in one of the kitchens, we'll be able to use the tube to hook up the propane. Because the kitchen where we found the tube, it was, we were out of propane, so... Hopefully we're just gonna burn this house down, because it's cursed. It's really cursed. Didn't we used to have a kitchen? Maybe it's in the other house. Nope. That just still damaged us while we were in the cutscene. It's great. Every game has to be exactly like Dark Souls. It has to not let that happen. You need to be invincible while your animation logged in door scenes. If you don't do it exactly like my favorite game, Dark Souls, you're wrong. Okay, I am sure we had a kitchen. Where did all this food come from? Then why did I have the bowl, Bart? Why did I have the bowl? Is it over here? That's not a kitchen. This is where we found the propane thing, I guess. So maybe that means we're not gonna... No, yeah, there was a kitchen in one. Okay. It's there. Silent Hill 2, but it's an early 2000s comedy. Like Grandma's Boy. Or some of the other... What were some of the other ones? Pineapple Express or fuck. This guy's gotta go. Out of here. I'm actually gonna save it because he's so annoying. I hate having to walk in this hallway all the time. Kitchen's over here. We connected the propane tube. Just you just turn it on immediately with no. You had no reason to do that. Put the wax. Okay, yes. And we got our fletching key. A key with a bird pattern on the back obtained from the melted piece of wax. Mm-hmm. Okay, that bird key goes to one of these like side hallways. It was one of the places where there was like two. It was where those two guys were. I think that's in here. I think that's like there. Right? But I don't see that door. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's in 3. Where are we? We're in 1. Alright. Gotta go down the PT hallway. Would Napoleon Dynamite survive Silent Hill? I think he's got like the right level of like and I hope everyone understands that I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, but every single Silent Hill protagonist comes across as like autistic coded, and I don't think it's intentional. I think especially with like Harry, he was meant to seem like he was dreaming. And that's why he's like not quite synced up with everybody else, like when they speak. But especially with Henry, Henry is like the most. I mean, if you want an autistic video game protagonist, that's your guy. I love Henry. He's very funny. And I like his design a lot. But I think Napoleon he's got a little too much energy, like a little too much pep. But he's certainly got like the right level of just going his own speed all the time, you know, like kind of doesn't care what anybody else thinks. All right, we're in.
ふざけないでよ。
ああ
ひなこ、お父さんはね、ひなこ
綺麗
の
事はやめて。私知ってるよ。お父さんの借金のせいでしょ。
おおなんだと
おかしな人に騙されてお金を全部持ち逃げされたのはお父さんの責任じゃない。お母さんもあんなに倹約してお姉ちゃんだって友達に笑われても古い服のままで少しでも幸せになろうって家族みんなで貯めたお金だったんだよ。偉そうなこと言う前に謝ってよ。私にお姉ちゃんにお母さんにずっと迷惑をかけてきたこと
だその言い草は。
お父さんやめてください。
Oh
お願い
God.
します。ひなこ悪いけどお惣菜を買ってきてくれる？
だって
何でもいいから行きな早く。
離せ。今日という今日は我慢ならん。親のことを何てと思ってやがる。
落ち着いてください。お願いします。お父さん。
女は家畜と変わらないんだ。
Okay, I wonder if that's the, it looks a little different than the knife we're wielding now. Looks a little bigger. But damn. A wooden block with a black bird painted on one side and a katana on the other. Wonder what it is for. Boy, I don't have a good way to cue a YouTube video up on here, but it means Japanese sword. I think Cass knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Howdy Beppel says, good on Mom for getting Hinako out of harm's way immediately. Yeah, like, Hinako hates her mother. If we look at the diary, we can see, we've kind of known from the start that Hinako's home life was not very good. So she describes her mother as pitiful, and she says, when I was younger, she used to protect me from him, so I didn't hate her back then, but maybe I hate her now. Even as my father screams in her face, throws bowls at her, and sends her out for alcohol late at night, she remains ever loyal to him. I will not accept her way of life. Yeah, a woman's happiness begins with marriage. She told me that every opportunity she got. Am I supposed to believe that she's actually happy with the life she has now in this house? Today, my dad threw a knife. It got stuck in the tatami mat. There are chips and dings all over the house. Every last one is from when he threw something. Is that what happiness is to my mother? Seeing her house in a sorry state and full of scars? I mean, we read a little bit about him before. I've heard that Dad used to be a fisherman when he was younger and would go on long fishing trips way out at sea. He managed to save up enough money doing that to open up a restaurant, a place where he could put his skills with a knife to use. It didn't work out, though. Not only did he lose all his savings, he took on new debt, too. Now he spends his days drinking his life away in the sleepy little town that's a long way from the sea. He never tries to cook anything anymore. It's only when he complains about Mom's food that he pretends to be some kind of important chef. I used to think it was just my dad that was like this, but after listening to all the married women around here complain, every man seems just as bad. All their husbands are just as short-tempered, just as violent, just as useless, and do just as little to help out their wives. After learning this, every grumpy-looking old man I see in this town reminds me of him. When I think that I was born and raised just to support these horrible tyrants, I lose all hope. If everything works out, they're going to give my father a lot of money. I'm sure he's desperate to use it to pay back his debts. My father is selling me to pay back his debts. So, you know, Hinako really, like, resents her mother for kind of enduring this situation, but you gotta think it's like it's the 1960s in Japan. What precisely is she supposed to do otherwise, right? Like, she's kind of stuck here. And, you know, the blame absolutely does lie on the father here in this situation, but you can see how everybody's kind of getting pushed and pulled in this really unhappy situation by everyone else, and it's very sad, but very true to life for sure. And people were saying like, oh, this and these are people with like motivated thinking, and you know, people being disingenuous, or people who were listening to YouTubers that get paid millions of dollars by like the Heritage Foundation to be like, oh, well, this game just hates men and says men are all bad. Like, no, Hinako thinks that because that's all she sees, because What was that? How come it did that? But you know, when you have a especially when you're young, you know, when you have a bad home life, you start to see, you know, it starts to feel inescapable. And that's what the you know, and so she looks out into the world and all she can see is exactly what she's got at home. I think it's clear that at least what we've seen of Shu, he's not like that. I'm sick of this dude. But I think I think a major like driver for this kind of like domestic misery is when people can't just leave. You know, and if you have like a society or a situation where like people are economically dependent on, you know, another adult, like it's like being in prison, right? Like where are you supposed to go? How are you supposed to get out of that? And that's how so much of this misery comes about. And obviously it's the same for kids where they can't leave either, but it's not like you can expect society to reorganize itself where kids are not are like financially independent. Ouch. That stuff, I always just forget. There's so many weird little items that I always forget what everything does. Greatly restores health. Okay, let's take a Ramune. I don't like being in this hallway. It's bad here. How much health does this guy have? I've hit him with like 5 full swings now. Can I just knife him and get out of here? Yes, that works. So now we can... What can we do here? No. Okay, so we got a... key items. Okay, so we got a blackbird and sword plate. And those are there? Yes. Okay. What's on the other side of this? But we don't have the fox plate is the thing. Sword and the fox fought, battling upon a set of scales, the heavens themselves, so skies above. The fox needs to be on the east, and the sword is on the west. So we need a fox plate, because the bottom one here is the scales, but the scales are no more. Like, where haven't we gone now? Okay, so we haven't done the picture puzzle. Let's take another look at that. So there's this photo here, which is everybody. Except we are crossed out. Here's mom and dad. Here's Rinko. Here's, Shu and... I feel so bad for always forgetting her name. Sako. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, we're under the shrine here. That is an awesome effect. I love that. So that's the like the dark shrine where we're in like the fox world. And it's like there's like a pool here, like a koi pond or something, and it's like looking down into it and we're down here. The cosmos, of course. Just above our heads. This reminds me of like the old Clash of the Titans movie. The gods are looking down on Jason as he's doing stuff, and Zeus is like, no, he's gonna pull through, he's gonna figure it out, and you know, Hera doesn't think so. Oh, there's one missing. Okay. There we go. Okay, so do we go upside down? Yes, there we go. You could have just easily moved that yourself. A wooden block with a white bird painted on one side and a fox on the other. So we have these symbols that aren't being used by this puzzle, and it makes me wonder, like, what's, So I guess the white bird would be us, because our name means baby bird, right? Let's see.
開いた。でも何の話だろう。
Okay. We're pretty low on sanity, but we'll have to just live with it for now. Pine tree emblem, that will...
シュウ君から電話だよ。
今いないって言って。
いるって言っちゃったよ。
じゃあ買い物に行ってるとか言っといてよ。
はいはい、わかったよ。
So maybe it was like, as Hinako saw her like abusive father and realized that she didn't want to get married and just get sucked into that same situation, she started pulling away from the boy who had always been her best friend. Oh, what was that? 'Cause that's very sad if so.
私が見えてるよね。とうとう私の声まで聞こえるようになったんだ。そんなとこに立ってないで入ったら、ちょうど話がしたかったところだから。あなたは誰なの？自分でもおかしいと思うの。自分で自分がわからない感じ。自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。どういうこと？何の話をしているの？多分あなたは私で、私はあなたじゃない。そういう気がするの。あなたは誰？私がひなこなら、あなたは誰なの？あ、ひなこなのは同じ。でも心はもう清水ひなこじゃないのかもしれない。わけのわからない言い方はやめて。何の話をしているの？あんたこそとぼけるのはやめて。さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？ねえ、しっかりと私と向き合って、ちゃんと考えて。私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。でもしなかった。なんでかわかる？ちゃんとあんたと清水ひな子と本気で話がしたかったから。私たちは対等に、そして全力で殺し合わなくちゃいけない。なのにあんたは逃げ回るだけ。それどころか真剣に私たちのことを考えようともしていない。これ以上あんたが逃げ回るならもういい。もう今度こそあんたを殺すから。あんただけじゃないからね。お父さんもお母さんも殺す。この家もこの町も消し去ってやる。凛子も咲子も殺す。そしてもちろんあんたの大切な相棒もね。シュはどこにいるの？ねえ、シュってそんなに大事？あんたのこと未だに宇宙戦争ごっこの相棒だと思ってるんだよ。あんたのこと女だとさえ思ってくれてないんだよ。ただの幼馴染の腐れ。死んだって全然問題ない。シュは大切な私の相棒だ。殺されてたまるか。
That was good. That was a great scene. One thing I had thought about this game so far is that a lot of the conversations didn't seem very Silent Hill-y. They didn't have that, like, things aren't quite right kind of vibe, but this did. Yeah, this was, like, spot on. Although it was a little more animated than you'd normally get out of Silent Hill, which is good. I think that's a straight improvement. If we're talking, the original 3 or 4 games, I don't really think too hard about the other Silent Hills. And yeah, someone says, thank you for playing this with the Japanese voices. So it would have been weird to me to play a game about 1960s Japan and not have the Japanese voices, but also I thought it was a fun opportunity to talk about like language and stuff. There's a very good channel that I want to recommend while we're here. What is it called? So the channel is called Sarah Moon, like the name Sarah Moon, and she is a translator. She's an American who translates things to and from Japanese, and I think she worked on BoJack Horseman, the Japanese dub of it, and she talks a lot about like the difference that goes into the differences that go into like subtitles versus dubs, where like for some shows if you watch the subtitles they feel a lot more like what people will mistakenly call a direct translation than the dubs do. Like I think JoJo is an example she uses of this, where if you watch the dubs, they throw in a lot of like colloquialisms and cultural references and stuff that, oh Christ, that don't appear in the subtitles. Oh my god. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just completely donking it. Let's just... Grub is good. Grub is, what's she doing? She's sleeping on my bed. She's just kind of curled up right now. But she makes the case that dubs are what is going to often be the better experience, as long as the dub actors are, unless you speak enough of the initial language, enough of the original language to kind of understand what's being said. Because the subtitles are actually losing a lot of context. If you know much about Japanese, you'll know that like, you know, you've got the honorifics and you've got the like politeness levels and the way people just use like basic language. You've got the different pronoun sets, and all of that, like if you're familiar enough with Japanese, you might be able to pick that up just from the dialogue, but like if you're not, like the amount of information that has to get lost to change spoken Japanese into English text actually starts to fight against the authorial intent. So with dubs like the JoJo dub, where they kind of go off script a little bit, what they're doing is reintroducing that authorial intent via sort of cultural elements that an English speaker would be familiar with. And there's also a lot of things that you do and say in Japanese that you don't do in English, but you could. Like a thing in JoJo is often you'll have like someone will be like, I, Dio, am the strongest of all of the stand users or something, and you wouldn't announce yourself like that in English, but you do in Japanese because it's like comes from like the old samurai tradition of when they were fighting for basically bounties. So you had to like announce to everyone that you were there, or no one would believe you that you had killed these men or defended this area. And so she gets into a lot of that, and like how much work dub artists have to do. And the example that she uses, the best example that she uses, is talking about how to make BoJack Horseman's humor work in Japanese, because so much of it is like English wordplay and puns and cultural references that just wouldn't land. And the Japanese script is very funny. It's really different, but it's the same. Like, it steps away from the exact specific meaning of like, you know, BoJack talking about these D-list celebrities that no Japanese person would know, and instead kind of feathers in, you know, he's making some Rakugo reference or something that like a Japanese speaker would understand. And the end result is that the vibe is the same, even if the specifics are altered. It's a really, really cool. She explains it way better than I ever could. This is my first playthrough, yeah. Playing through on hard. Don't know anything about the way the story can diverge or anything, just been kind of playing it by ear.
ラコ遅かったな。今から始めるところだったぞ。誰のなんだと。それではご一同様包丁のさえをどうぞご覧くださいよーなんだその戦は
Feels like it's gonna be pretty tough with the, oh god. So we beat one of these guys as the, like, as the fox Hinako, but I don't know if we, have even, like, tried to fight one as human. Yeah, that's tough. Banana Banditos says this fight made me quit hard mode. Was that before or after the patch where they... Wow, she just really... Was that before or after the patch where they kind of cut down the difficulty a bit? Oh, we can't hit him on the sword side, or we just bounce off. Well, am I crazy, or do they not have? Can you not counter these guys? Can we like get her knives? I noticed they are like stuck in the floor for a second. Okay, she has a counter at the end of that combo. That one's hard to time because he doesn't telegraph it super well. Okay, she has a counter at the beginning of it too, like right when she gets to us. I'm just kind of trying to learn the fight right now. I struggled too. I found the best way to do it was to bait the overhead slam off of father to get a few hits in, repeat, and then deal with mother. As an Asian with fairly conservative parents, these bosses hit too close to home. WWW, which is the Japanese laughter thing. That has a small counter window when he charges. Okay. Oh, right there. Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Yeah, this song is very, very unsettling. No, it's not there. I wonder what that chanting is, like what they're saying. I think I might have to deal with Kasan first. Yeah, he feels easier to dodge, like to stay away from. I mean, she puts on more pressure, even though she's like smaller. So, oops, just checking in the. A proper Japanese woman would never iframe through a man's overhead swing. Amazing. Um, yeah, it's funny that you know, there's been all the gore and violence and everything, but I think this is kind of where it's become the most disturbing because it's the least at least the things that people are saying and doing here are the least fantastical. Ouch. Oh, I've got the repair kit. Oh, out of stamina. So, it's interesting. Somebody says it's interesting how her mother gets a unique model, but her father is just another big bloated guy. She's actually using Sakuko's moveset, at least the swings. And I kind of wonder if the big bloated guy was just her father the whole time. But also, she said that all of like the creepy old men around town feel like her father, and that's like the I feel like the blind guys, the guys with like the that now like lick your face and get acid all over you are I feel like they're also that a little bit. And then the of course the giant horrible mother thing that like births monsters. You know, like most of these monsters are her parents except for the scarecrows and the gosh, what else was there? Okay, so I think what we can do is we switch to the knife. But yeah, remember when Sakuko was like swinging the her mace around like this?
お父さんお母さんどうして
It's just out of stamina there. And still. Oh, I didn't mean to break it. wonder if we've gotten her like close to. Oh yeah, okay, so the knife does kill her pretty fast. I'm just gonna let myself die here because I didn't want to break it. It is Ornstein and Smo. I didn't think about it, but did you notice he was like reacting to Kimie dying? I'm wondering if this is gonna like be like a story thing where it's like, who does Hinako blame more for the situation, right? Like, I have too much health. I'm too strong. I'm just trying to die again because I broke the knife. Come on. Okay, I think we can handle this now. Ouch. Got a pill. Where did this bandage come from? This was like not here earlier. I feel like that should have hit. Too slow, old man. Do I have any other items? As well. Oh, I've got a first aid kit. Okay. Come on. I think we're just gonna run out of all of our weapon durability here. Good damage. There it is. That was good.
I think Grub deserves a treat for beating the boss.
I will get Grub some churu in a moment. It's almost time for her dinner, actually.
お父さん、お母さん。
これを飲みなさい。少し楽になるはずだ。
私は一体。
まだ体が馴染まないのだろう。よくここまでこらえてくれた。
これでは皆々様に愛想を尽かされてしまうでしょうか。
そんなことは私が許しはしない。少し血色が良くなった。君の体にも合うようだ。
これは
先祖の霊に備えた米と水を混ぜ合わせてこしたものだ。神聖な力が宿っている。
I thought it was just sake. I was like, man, she's going through it.
もう出てます。ありがとうございます。
そうか、気をつけて。そうだ。君にこれを。もう君が私のものであることの証だ。行こう。君のために用意したものがもう一つある。
はい。
We're starting to lose another sleeve, I think. What are the other omamori that we have? Decreases focus charging, decreases sanity consumption. I may as well do that because we're in oh, I can't change them here, right? Oh no, I can, okay. Perfect dodges become easier to perform. Let's see. Slightly restores health after defeating an enemy. Increase max stamina. I think the hawk is like really good. Yeah, his nail polish is like perfect. Like mine don't look that good. Although I had my last manicure kind of a while ago. It's fine, Hinako. Just walk all over the Zen garden. I don't know. Orion Leo says, despite the beauty of the situation, what she's going through is really bad. Like, Jesus, dude, her arm. I would love to have a huge monster arm. I think that would be great. I probably wouldn't want to cut my face off so that I could wear a mask instead of a face, but the other part, like if I had a cool arm like that, I'd be chilling. Also, I'm not sure about the branding either, if only because I saw on one of the Jackass movies, they decide to brand one of the guys, and he can't hold still during the branding, so he gets branded like 5 times. What? There's one right here too? What the? I can, yeah, this arm is better than, So we've got Kitsune here. There's a procession. They're bringing a lady with the kudzu seal. And okay. Prove your intent with the crests 3. Show what lies deep within your heart. Let the line of foxes guide you. Offer the crests and bare your soul. I am always looking for crests. What happened here? Somebody shot our guy with an arrow. Purify, once and for all. Leave the filth of your world behind. Yeah, I have a feeling we're kind of on the path to the ending. I don't know anything about the endings, so this is just me speculating. I have a feeling we're on the path toward an ending where Hinako kills everybody. Family Physician's Log, February 13th, dawn. Mr. Hiratoshi and his wife have passed away, one after the other. At the time of death, the skin all over their bodies was covered in sores and had begun sloughing off. The smell was indescribably awful. I could not bear to take a closer look. The head of the house did not give permission to perform autopsies on the bodies. There will be no funeral, and they will be sent to be cremated immediately. February 14th, midnight. The eldest son has passed away. Again, there will be no funeral, and the body will be sent away for cremation. The eldest and second-born daughters are also experiencing symptoms that are worsening by the hour. I believe they will be in critical condition by tomorrow at the latest. There's also, like, a lot going on in this story. You know, I think this is, like, the 4th or 5th family family physician's log we've read, and it doesn't seem like they're about the same families, I think. Like, let's look at the journal here. Oh, it's not in the journal, it's in, documents. Yeah, we had, bodies filled with insect eggs. We had, people being cured simply by talking to doctors. There's a plant that makes you hallucinate, that, like, is used as medicine. There's, actually, I think it was probably one of these down here. I'm not gonna dig through them all now, but yeah, let's see if I remember how to fight with this thing. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Again, this camera is not, can't move. I'm stuck in the corner. Bad. Alright, I gotta do this now. Come on, let me in there. Don't lock me out of doing this, please. There we go. So, sterling silver sources. As I recall, there were weddings that were not just about a fox, but about a fox and a human. Yeah, so the kitsune are trickster spirits, and they will take human form, and they will often, like, marry somebody to trick them out of money, or to trick them into getting eaten, or just to trick them because it's funny. All kinds of things. They're not always bad, but they are always they're always bad news. So oh wait, and we can do this. Use our fox vision to see through walls. A black sparrow crest. A badge with something carved into it. Looks like a black sparrow. Shortly after I became their maid, there was talk of an arranged marriage for the young heir to a noblewoman. This led the heir unceremoniously ending all his scandalous relationships with women, including one with a young housemaid named Sachie. Sachie came from a family of poor farmers, but her beauty shone brighter than the sun, something that had caught the young heir's eye. By the time the marriage was being arranged, she already had a life growing inside of her, and the two made vows to run away and start a new life together. And yet the young heir cruelly and wantonly cast her aside. Likely he simply did not want his prospective marriage to be ruined. So the Tsunekis kicked Sachie out and drove her to some far-off place where they could forget her existence, despite the peace of the family she carried with her. People say that she was fighting back tears so hard that blood began to trickle from her eyes. And, right, and so obviously she wound up in Ebisugaoka, if we're to put that together. But there's like too many plot threads, and if I was playing this alone, I might actually sit down and like map this all out, but I don't know that I want to do that on stream because it would be boring. Because we had in the town, there was like, gosh, there's no map here. In the town, there was like some kind of thing about like a samurai family had hidden there or something. It's hard to remember. What's this? Abandoned once and for all. Familial ties must be severed.
私の家はここだけ。
Okay, there's the Black Sparrow crest. I was unable to put it in any other locations. The blackbird wishes to take the whitebird. The whitebird wishes to resist. The fox brings along his followers in triumph. He notices not the two birds in conflict. So the two birds are us. They're the two Hinakos. Oh yeah, disgraced warriors making a hidden village, something like that.
宴は終わりましたでしょうか。
All right, well, let's look at the journal then. Or not the journal, the documents. So it's actually pretty far up, I recall. I like that Shu is the creator of the red capsules. Senensugi Shrine. Right, there's a dragon underground. I'm like not seeing it here. Ah, it is said that Ebisugaoka was a hidden village that once served as a refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale has yet to be found. Still, Ebisugaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it is my belief that this tale is true. According to the local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of their deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. Taira and Minamoto are real clans, right? Yeah. They were from the Heian period. Okay. Doesn't look like it's anything super explicitly relevant to what's going on right now. Bandage. There we go. Oh, you got a sword. That's neat. Wow. That was all I needed. At least we get like a good kind of long while to soul siphon them before they get back up. That has the potential to be an incredibly annoying mechanic. And I'm still like a little bit like there's a theme of like cutting yourself up and replacing parts, but like what is the difference between the doll stuff and the fox stuff? It's very odd. Yeah, I keep thinking we're at the end because we're at like 20 hours now. It's a really long game. I don't know. How would I know? The Tsunekis are the most notable family in this area and are known for their wealth. For generations, each head of the family has possessed a talent for business, an acumen they have utilized during times of social unrest to amass a large fortune. However, given that a great many suffered while they grew rich, their actions have often drawn envious eyes. When I first entered into service for the Tsunekis, my grandmother shared some of the many rumors that swirl around the family. Each time the world falls to pieces, the Tsuneki's treasure only grows larger. The Tsunekis are happily waiting for misfortune to strike so that they can line their pockets. Also, Tsuneki is a, at least in English, it's a, yeah, it is in Japanese too. It's an anagram for Kitsune. That's funny. None of our friends are named Tsuneki, right? That's not, Kinuta, Shimizu, Igarashi, Iwai, Nishida. Yeah, so we don't know any Tsunekis. We've got somebody's trying to hunt a 5-tailed kitsune. I think every century a kitsune lives, they get an extra tail, and their tails are like how powerful they are. Anagram. Did I say a different word than anagram? Strict Mother's Letter. Good morning, my handsome boy. Your real last name is Tsuneki. It is told that those of the Tsuneki lineage are destined to bring good fortune when the world is in disorder. In fact, that is how your father earned succession to the Tsuneki lineage, and you, who have inherited your father's noble blood, are sure to be next in line. To make your name, I took one character from your father's name and one character from mine. That way, when anyone from the Tsuneki family hears your name, they will immediately know you are our child. Oh, it was just the stream delay. Okay. God damn it. No. How do I, controls? How do I wolf out? Like, what is the... Oh, I do them together? There we go. Oh, right, they're gonna do this now. Don't. I forgot about that move. No, I didn't mean to turn it off. Damn it. Here, just kill so that I can redo that. I don't like the RL trigger for the thing because those buttons are like weird to push. And it's for some reason easy to accidentally push them twice. kill this one real fast. Where's my soul siphon button? Oh, it automatically soul siphons when you like that. That's right. And you. Okay. Is there anybody else? Yes. You can't be letting a guy that big just stand in the doorway of a room that is not possible to get out of like that. Like, that's... There are some questionable design choices here and there. Yeah, go ahead. Just kill. Just kill. Oh, okay. That's why I've been doing it. Alright, kill again. So, to run, you push in the left stick, and to lock on, you push the right stick. So if you try to lock on while you're running and you're in wolf mode, you will un-wolf mode, you will just turn it back off and lose like half of your meter for no benefit. That was a good fall. Okay, let's... could just do that. Focusing solely on the big guy is not the strategy there because once you lose, so we were just in like a super mode, and once you lose your it's like a limited time meter, and the only way to refill it is to kill enemies. And so once it runs out in the initial phase that we get, we have to kill the little side enemies in order to refill it. But also there are a lot of them, so we just succeeded right now by killing them while we were in super mode. It's sealed with a talisman. Fuck. Okay, the White Sparrow crest.
服で怯えた
Alright, I said we were gonna beat it no matter what, but like that was what, like another 3 hours, I think. So I am going to call the stream there, I think, and maybe we'll get it in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will give Grub. Actually, it's time to feed Grub. She just woke up and she's looking at me, so. But I will, Sterling, you're in the Discord. I'll send you, I'll post some video of Grub getting snack. Later, everybody.